guys. Welcome to the live stream. It's been a while since I did a live. Hello, hello. Let's see. It's not letting me see everyone's comments. Let's try to fix this. Sorry guys, bear with me. It's so weird, the comments are not coming in. Oh, there they are, okay. Here we go. Zayday, hello. Emma, thanks for joining. Scream fan, hi. Hey Denisha, thanks for being here. How are you? It has been a while. I let you guys know on my channel that I've been in the process of moving houses. So it's just been crazy busy. But I'm mostly settled for now. You guys can see my new setup behind me. I posted a few videos with it already. Still getting a little situated, so I'm still not posting as often as I would like to, but had a free moment today and figured, let me go live, let me talk to you guys. I'm good, Zayday, thank you. Hope you're good as well. Hi, Cody, happy Wednesday. Damien, hi. Lainey, hello. All right, we got 18 people here. Damien says, do you realize when they say they'll be right back, they're usually the killers? Well, I've actually noticed that quite a few people do say I'll be right back that aren't the killers. I've been rewatching the movies lately, and quite a lot of characters who are not the killers do say I'll be right back. Sydney says it a few times. She says it in Scream 4 possibly twice, I think. Gale has said it before in the first movie. Some people who are killers do say it, yes. But hi, Homer. How are you? Thanks for being here. I also wonder, Lainey, when Scream 7 will be out. We have no official announcement of anything, which is getting pretty frustrating for me, honestly. We need some kind of official announcement soon. Like, is Courtney Cox coming back? Which I'm sure she is. There's never been a Scream movie without Gale. Is Patrick Dempsey coming back? Like, we need something. We need some cast announcements, some kind of confirmation on film start, because I guess let's start getting into some of the rumors today. Nev Campbell apparently revealed to a fan that filming starts in September, so I don't know, man, we'll see. Hello, hello. I should be Ghostface. 3 more days of school for you. Cool. Hi, Ghost. Live, what do you think about that theory? I know a lot of people say that. Am I crazy about that theory? No. But technically he wasn't shot in the head, so is it possible? Yes. I liked Mickey. If he came back, like, I wouldn't be mad at it. But you guys know I want Stu to come back, so if we were to get Mickey back and not Stu, I would be pretty upset about that. Austin, I'm with you. I wonder if Hayden will be back. I hope she will. I don't know. She might not be. Just after all the drama that has gone down with like Melissa, who knows? Who knows who's coming back? They definitely set it up so that she could. I mean, she says to Sam and Tara, like, give me a call. We're all a part of the same family. So we'll see. I hope that she is. Kirby is like one of my favorite characters ever from Scream. So the fact that we got her in Scream 6 again, I was so happy. Scream fan wants Jill and Stu to come back. I would not be mad at that. I love Jill. She's definitely in like my top 5 Ghostfaces for sure. And I know she was originally supposed to come back, so there are these theories out there. I have talked about it on my channel before. And to have them come back together, that would be pretty crazy. I would like that, to be honest. Billy Loomis is definitely one of my favorites as well, Lainey. He's probably my second favorite because I love Stu. Stu's my favorite. Homer asks, did you see Melissa Barrera and Abigail? Yes, I did. I didn't post about it, the fact that I watched it. I should have done like a review or something. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a great movie. I totally agree with this. It's so weird to think Roman and Jill are related. I posted about this on my TikTok recently. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, definitely go do that. I post a lot more content over there as well. Stuff that I don't really post here on YouTube. It's the same name as my YouTube, Sister Pam. And the link, I think, is in the description of this live stream. But yeah, it's so weird to think that Roman and Jill are cousins. Like, it's so easy to forget that too. And I wonder, like, did Sydney let the world know that Roman's her brother? Or did she keep that to herself? And like, he's just another random ghost face? I don't know, because they never really mentioned that in the other sequels, like that Roman's her brother. So what do you guys think? Do you think the world knows that Roman was Sydney's brother? Let's see what else we got here. Austin says Kirby deserves her own limited TV series. It could be like Scream meets Criminal Minds meets Silence of the Lambs. That's interesting. Yeah, so getting into one of the other Scream rumors that's floating around right now, it's rumored that the franchise could not only be making more sequels, but also spin-offs and a TV show, another TV show. And I have heard quite a few people say like Kirby should get her own spin-off or TV show. There is a lot that they could do there with that. I mean, she investigates Ghostface attacks, and like, you know, a lot of us think that there's a cult of Ghostfaces, and the fact that Kirby travels across state lines to investigate Ghostface attacks, that's a little clue there that there is, in fact, a cult. So she could be investigating different Ghostface attacks across the country. So yeah, I like that idea. Charles says, should Scream 7 finally kill Gale off? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe. I've talked about this on my channel before. Gale, I thought she was gonna die in Scream 6, especially since Dewey died in Scream 5. I thought they were gonna stick with that, like killing off legacy characters in every new sequel that comes out. Obviously they didn't. In Scream 6, they came pretty close though, I think. I thought she was a goner there. Should they? Probably. I think we need to up the stakes a little bit. What do you guys think? Should they kill off Gale or should she survive again? We got 28 people here. Thanks for being here, guys. Just checking out some of the other comments. Damien says, what if the opening of Scream 7 is Mark getting attacked but survives? But Ghostface blackmails Mark to do as he says, or Ghostface will reveal a secret from Mark's past. Very interesting. I have talked about that before on my channel, like, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, what if Mark has a secret from the past? What if he was secretly a Ghostface in Scream 3? Yeah, what if he's the opening scene? I have talked about that before. That would be a good way to get Sydney involved again, because it has to be something big to get her back in the story. But maybe he survives the opening scene. That would be interesting. Oh my gosh, Fabrizio, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, hi, I love your channel, Pam. Jill is my favorite Ghostface. I would love a movie ending without knowing who is the killer/killers. Thank you again for your super chat. Jill is definitely one of my top 5, and I also would love a movie ending without knowing who the killer is and have them get away with it. That would definitely be very interesting to see. And I have said that that is like a want of mine. It would definitely be a first for the franchise. With the killer getting away, that would be crazy. But what do you guys think? Would you like to see that? Jill is definitely like in my top 5 also. Thanks again, Fabrizio. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for being in the live stream. I'm really excited to have this new setup. Homer says 7 needs to have some major kills. I totally agree. That's what was lacking in Scream 6. Let's see. I'm Cool says, who's your least favorite Ghostface and what's your least favorite movie? My least favorite Ghostface has to be Ethan. Sorry if any of you like Ethan. My least favorite Scream movie, probably Scream 3. Still love it. That doesn't mean I hate Scream 3. I still love it, but one of them has to come in last place, you know? And I think it's Scream 3. Let's see. Homer says Gale needs to go. Love her, but if she's got nothing to do. I kind of agree with you there. if she survives, like, of course I would love to see her again in a future movie, but like, I don't know. I think someone big has to die in the next one. Hold on one second, guys. I just have to open my window. It's so stuffy in here. All right, I'm back. Chocolate Ice is here. What's up? Stu would make the movie better. Totally agree with you. You guys know that's my number one thing that I want for Scream 7. Hey Chris, I'm doing good. Thanks. Thanks for being here. I apologize if you guys can hear construction outside. There's been this construction going on outside of my house for the past few days, and it's quite annoying. Scream fan says, what is your top 12 Ghostface list? So I did a ranking like a year ago on my channel. I honestly don't remember exactly what my ranking is. So if you want to check out that video, it's in my ranking playlist. I posted this like a year ago. But my favorite of all time is definitely Stu, and then Billy. I also really like Charlie and Jill. But yeah, you can check out my full ranking on my channel. John says, which parent do you prefer, Wayne or Nancy? That's a good question. Probably Nancy. She did the whole crazy person a little better than Wayne, I think. I do like Wayne though. He was funny at times. When I rewatch Scream 6, he makes me laugh. Chocolate Ice says, imagine if Stu and Jill and Mickey teamed up in their surprise for Scream 7. That would be pretty crazy. I mean, I honestly would love it. Because you guys know Stu is my number one that I want to return. But I don't want it to stop there. Imagine they reveal Stu and you're sitting there like in shock, like, oh my god, Stu's back. Then they hit you with Jill next. That would be insane. I would love it. I know there's a lot of people who are in favor of Stu coming back and don't want another Ghostface to come back because they feel like it'll take away from Stu, which I totally understand and I get it, but I would love to see Jill again with Stu. Major says, what if there's only a cult in the 7th movie and Stu appears in the 8th movie as their leader and the killer of Dewey and Brooks? So you're saying like Stu won't be in Scream 7? Just the cult, and then he won't be revealed till 8. That honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, if Scream 7 happens and Stu doesn't come back, I will be pretty disappointed. Just because, like, I've been so sure that he's going to be in Scream 7, and I've been waiting for it since Scream 5 came out, which at this point feels like it's been forever. And I do think Scream 7 is the perfect time to do it, especially since we know that Sydney will be back. Like, we don't know if Sydney's gonna be in 8. If she's not in Scream 8, then I don't think Stu will work in Scream 8. So I do think 7 is the perfect time for Stu. So. I'm Cool says, do you think they should bring Randy back? I would love him to come back, but there's no way he could have lived through what happened in Scream 2. So Jamie Kennedy has like this whole theory about Randy surviving. Would I like to see him again? Yes and no. Like, that to me is a little bit more on the unbelievable side. But then again, if it happens, like, I would be happy to see him. So I'm like 50-50 on that. Hi, Isaiah. Chocolate Ice, if you could bring any past Ghostface back with Stu in Scream 7, who would it be? Yours is Jill. I agree. Like I said earlier, there's like that theory that she survived because that was the original plan for like Scream 5 if they did it back then. So yeah, I agree with you, Jill. Ryan, I think I know what video you're talking about. I literally watched it this morning. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Was it Ryan? Night? Yeah, that one came out like 2 days ago, and I just watched it today. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. It was a very well done video and something to think about. I've always thought it was Billy, but it could be Stu. Austin says, what if for a Scream movie they reveal Sydney had a kid with Billy and she gave that kid up for adoption and the kid tracks her down to get to know his or her mom and isn't the killer? That would be interesting for sure. And I have actually heard that theory before, like, because obviously Sydney and Billy slept together in the first movie, so what if she had like this secret kid? It's possible and definitely would be a plot twist for sure. But I don't know how I would feel about it, to be honest. But definitely interesting. Yeah, Isaiah, Annika's death was really sad. She did not deserve that. She was a sweet girl. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. Chris says, just imagine if Stu, Mickey, and Jill were the killers in Scream 7, but Stu would be revived as the cult member of the Ghostfaces. That would be awesome, but if it doesn't happen in Scream 7, then that would be a bummer, you said. Yeah. Would be a total bummer. You know, I just think Stu coming back is like the only place that it could go for now. Like, let's close up this chapter in Scream 7, bring it full circle to the first movie, and then with Scream 8 and 9, like, start new again. But that's just what I think. Tyler says Gale and Kirby should get a spin-off that takes place before Scream 7. That would be interesting. So, like, after the events of 6? In the script for the first Scream, there was a hint that Stu killed Tatum. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Like I think Beyond the Mask did a video on that. It was in the original script, but like didn't make its way into the movie. John says Matthew Lillard, I think, had uploaded a photo in a dressing room. I think they were setting him up to get his face injured. Yeah, I saw that too. He said something in the caption like, who am I playing this time, a good guy or a bad guy? Who knows? It could have been like a makeup test for like Five Nights at Freddy's. So we'll see. But I definitely think he teases us a lot. Hey, Songs About Everything. Thanks for joining the live stream. I'm sure most of you guys here know Songs About Everything wrote the iconic Stu Macher Is Alive song. But if you don't know, definitely go check out their channel. They have a bunch of other Scream songs as well. Lainey says, I think Billy is the best Ghostface. There's definitely an argument for that there. I mean, him and Stu, like, they're definitely, they're almost like tied for first place in my opinion. I just personally like Stu a little bit more just because he's so funny and I love him. Thanks, Songs About Everything. I'm really loving my new setup. Mariah, I have been rewatching them in the past few days. I rewatched Scream 4 the other night. I think tonight I'm gonna watch Scream 5. Unless I watch something else. I watched Sleepaway Camp for the first time the other day, which if you guys have seen that, then you know that the ending is crazy. Next up on my list, I want to watch Summer of '84. I've never seen that one before, but I'm in like a summer camp 80s slasher mood lately. Who do you think would win in a fight, Mrs. Loomis or Mrs. Voorhees? Probably Mrs. Loomis. She just seems like really crazy. She's got those crazy eyes. Tyler says, would you ever star in a Scream movie? If yes, can I be the second main character next to you? Ghostface goes after. Would I star in one? I mean, I would love to, but I probably can't act at all. I am no actress. I would be like a background character, like an extra. I would do that. Isaiah asks, which of the Scream movies are my favorite? So obviously the original, you cannot beat the original. That's my favorite. And then after the first one is Scream 4. Scream 4 is my favorite Scream sequel. Antonio asked, are you going to watch the new episode of Pretty Little Liars Summer School tomorrow? So I actually have to watch last week's episode. I was like moving stuff. I was moving houses, so I did not watch last week's. So maybe I'll watch that tonight so that I can watch the new one tomorrow. But I am really liking the new season so far. Chocolate Ice asked, who do you think would win, Jill or Quinn? That's a good question. They're both pretty crazy. I think Quinn, I did really like Quinn's performance after the reveal. I think she was pretty crazy. But I'm gonna have to go with Jill. To be able to like beat yourself up like that, that is just the next level crazy. Like, I don't know. That's just, she's possibly the craziest Ghostface we've ever had. Hey Grant, thanks for joining. I think the therapist for Pretty Little Liars is the killer. You know, I'm undecided about her. She might be. I don't know. What's that other guy's name? Christian? The one with Tabby? Is that her name? Oh my god, I'm like forgetting everyone's names. He's a little suspicious, but they're making him like too suspicious. Like making the masks and everything. So yeah, I definitely am suspicious of the therapist. Damien wants me to react to Stab 4 Knife of Doom teaser. It's 80s summer camp with an origin story to Gale Weathers. Is this like a new thing? Because I've been seeing it in the comments. Did this like just come out or something? I guess I gotta look it up. What is it? Stab 4 Knife of Doom teaser. Six days ago. I'm watching it on my phone. Is this like animated? Wow. Interesting. Doesn't come out till October though. Great. Now I have to wait all this time. How do you know that it has to do with Gale? Because there's like no info for this in the description. Interesting. I'll definitely check it out in October, I guess. Antonio says Mrs. Beasley and Kelly are sus. I agree. So, I think Kelly has been suspicious since season 1. Like with her twin dying, like, I don't know. I had this whole theory that the twins switched places and it was really Karen. I mean, Karen's the one who died, but I think it was really Kelly. Like, I don't know. That whole thing has been suspicious, but sometimes when they make someone too suspicious, then I'm like, okay, it can't be them. Like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. How many episodes are there going to be? Is it going to be like 8 or 10? And which one comes out tomorrow? I think number 5. Who is your favorite character in the Scream franchise, alive or dead? Gotta be Stu, but after Stu, probably Randy. I love Randy. It's so hard to pick a favorite though. Like, I also love Tatum. It's hard. I love Kirby. Like, John says, who do you think killed Haas and Perkins in Scream 4? Some people think it's Jill. You think it's Charlie. Some say Jill killed them and then Charlie came to drive off the bodies and took the gun. I think it was Charlie. I've talked about this on my channel before. I think Charlie did all of the kills in Scream 4 minus Trevor. And then obviously Jill kills Charlie. Like, I think Jill wanted to keep her hands as clean as possible. But I know there's some like debate. The fandom is really divided on that. Antonio, I agree. In Pretty Little Liars, I think Kelly might be Karen. Austin says, what if Laurie Metcalf came back as Mrs. Loomis' crazy twin sister? That would be crazy. I know, what's her name? Rose McGowan has a whole theory for Tatum having a crazy twin. And she says that she would love to do it, but she doesn't act anymore. So that'll never happen, unfortunately. I hope you feel better, Lainey. It sucks. Isaiah says, my favorite character is Annika, and my favorite Ghostface killer is Billy Loomis. Billy's a good one. Tina, I've heard this theory before that Angelina is Tara and Sam's mom, Christina. It would be wild if it was true. I personally don't think it's true, but it definitely would be crazy. So I saw your comment up top about Charlie being in Scream 6. I think that's been debunked. And this first came out on YouTube. I think Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times was the first one to notice this. That the guy who walks by Sam and Tara looked a lot like Charlie. And my mind was blown when this first came out. And I had all these theories, like elaborate theories. Some of my first videos on here a year ago were about Charlie still being alive because of him being spotted in Scream 6. But I think been craving something scary, raised the brightness on the picture, and saw that it's not. I don't think it's actually Charlie. Plus, Rory Culkin has said that he is done with Scream, like he wouldn't return. So unfortunately, I don't think that was him. It would be crazy if he was, though. Who's better, Jill or Charlie? That's tough because I like them both. Charlie's definitely more brutal. Like, he did most of the heavy lifting. But the fact that Jill could convince him to do that for her is pretty impressive also. I'm gonna go with Jill. I'm a little undecided, but right now I'm going with Jill. Draco Malfoy says, my favorite Ghostface killer is Sam. She killed Richie, Quinn, and Bailey. That's true. Like, could she be considered a Ghostface? Because she did on the mask and had a whole reveal, whole unmasking. But with that same logic, could Sydney be considered a Ghostface? Because she had the first unmasking of the franchise. Do I think that Melissa will return to play Sam in the future? I don't know. I'm leaning more towards no. But anything's possible. Like, Jamie Kennedy himself has said that he does think that she'll be back one day. But that's just his own opinion. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's been too much drama and like bad blood. I can't really see her returning, but I hope so. Do I think Amber could be alive? No, I think she was shot in the head, right? Like, she was initially shot 3 times in the chest, I believe, and set on fire, and then she came back, and then I believe Tara shoots her in the head. And if that's the case, then she's definitely not alive. There was a lot of hints that Danny could possibly be the next Ghostface. Yeah, so I have some theories about this on my channel. I've been very suspicious of Danny in Scream 6. Like, he definitely could be a Ghostface. And it would be cool if they reveal it in Scream 7, because that's never happened in the movies before, where like a Ghostface has gotten away with it and later on revealed. They've done it in the TV show, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, to see him as the Ghostface in Scream 7 would be cool, but without Sam, like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Who wins, Billy or Charlie? That's a good question. Charlie does have the most brutal kill of the whole franchise. So I don't know. Billy's a little bit more scary though. I think he was kind of a scary Ghostface. I'm gonna go with Billy, just because he's the OG. Sam is technically more of a Ghostface than Jill. Yeah, I think Sam has more kills under her belt than Jill does. Landon says Billy would win. You think Charlie's overrated? I don't think Charlie's overrated. I think he's underrated. I feel like Charlie has a lot of haters and he doesn't deserve it. I think Charlie's a great character. There was no proof of Amber being shot in the head. Wasn't she though? Like, I'm not too sure now, but you know what? Let me look it up. I'm gonna look up the scene on my phone. Hey Pyro, thanks for joining us. We're just talking Scream 7 rumors and theories and stuff. Yeah, so it looks like Amber was shot in the head. You can see it. I'm not going to show it on here because it might be too graphic. I don't know what YouTube's rules are exactly, but yeah, so when Amber's charging at Gale, Sam, and Sydney, you can see like the splatter come from her head. I'm probably gonna do like another 10 minutes on here. So get in your questions now. And if you want, you can feel free to send it in a super chat where those go to the front of the line. Isaiah asked, how long have you been a Scream fan? So I have been for many years, like really for as long as I can remember, but it wasn't until Scream 5 came out that I became like absolutely obsessed. Because we just never thought we would ever get another movie. Like, so that just really woke up my obsession with Scream. I wonder if the Ghostfaces actually died from a gunshot, so if that's the case, majority of them could actually still be alive. Yeah, so I think as long as they're not shot in the head, they could survive it. Like, the franchise always emphasizes that you need to shoot them in the head. So someone like Mickey, he was not shot in the head. He was shot a lot. I think it was like 5, 6 bullets he took at the end there, maybe more. But he wasn't shot in the head. So could he survive? Yes. Did he? Probably not. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Chris asked, have you seen the Scream fan film called Scream Legacy? Is that the one with, it's like Sydney's daughter is the main character? If so, then yes. I haven't seen many fan films. I think that's the only one I've seen. I completely agree with this. Gale needs to die in Scream 7, and Sydney needs to be in serious danger by the end and maybe left for dead. Stu needs to show up at the finale with a Freddy club. I totally agree with you though. Like, there needs to be a major death. I think it's Gale's time to go. As much as it's gonna hurt to see, like, I think she needs to go. And Sydney does need to be in serious danger. What's your second favorite horror franchise? Probably Halloween. Those are very nostalgic for me. Those movies though, I will only rewatch at Halloween time. I know some people watch it like all year, but for those, like, I don't want it to lose its magic, and I will just only watch those at Halloween time. After Halloween, it's probably the Chucky movies. Yeah, I agree with this. Gale should die saving Sydney and her kids. I think that's like the best way to do it. So the only reason that I'm happy that Gale didn't die in 6 is because I do think Sydney needs to be there for it. And I do think that the most satisfying death for Gale would be, like you said, saving Sydney and her kids. Gale, she doesn't really have a family. She says in Scream 6 that her parents sucked and Dewey was like her only family. And, Sydney has a whole family now. She has a husband, she has multiple kids. So for Gale to die saving them so that Sydney can keep her family, I think that would be the best way for Gale to go. And I do think that Stu should be the one to kill her. Do you have any Scream hot takes? I do have one actually, and I might get some hate for this, but Dewey and Gale, like, were they really that good of a couple? I love them. I love their characters, but they're like always fighting. And they could never make it work. And I almost feel like Dewey never even really liked her. Like every movie, he's always criticizing her and who she is and making her feel bad for like what she does, her job. And then something that really kills me is the fact that he left in the middle of the night. We find out in Scream 5 that they were living together in New York and he couldn't hack it and he left in the middle of the night. Like, how could you just do that to someone who you've known for decades at this point? You've shared a life with. Like, you can't at least face her and say, this isn't working, like, I need to go back to Woodsboro. I don't know. I love them, but sometimes it kills me to see the way that they interact with each other. Hey Reagan, thanks for stopping in. Do I count Greg and Jason as killers? I do count Jason because we saw him act as a Ghostface. He wore the costume, he had a kill, we saw the reveal. He's an official Ghostface to me. Greg, no, I don't count him. Because we never even met him, so no, I don't count Greg. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Thank you so much for joining me here. This has been a lot of fun. It's been a while since my last live stream, and I do want to start doing more because now that I have my new setup, my new office, I want to start doing like at least one live stream a week, possibly more. Of course, sometimes life happens and things get busy. So we'll see, but I hope you guys can make it in future live streams. And I appreciate all of you being here and have a great rest of your day. Thanks.